It's a special Will and Woody podcast mini.
The biggest name in music, again, is Adele. So, Channel 7 got the scoop on the broadcast rights to Oprah Winfrey's One Night Only with Adele. So she's up there. Apparently everybody's there. James Corden in the front row with Leonardo DiCaprio. Triple A list. Channel 7 get the rights there. And they get this interview with who they send someone over to London to do half an hour with Adele. And they send over the one and only Matt Duran. I had some Duran lined up for that gag. Appreciate that.
Great stuff. Nailed it.
Appreciate that, man.
Nailed it.
Anyway, Matt Duran or Doran.
Oh, there you go.
There we are. Now we're talking.
If you missed the first punchline, go for it again 2 seconds later.
So, I think his name's actually Matt Doran.
Ah, that's a shame.
I've overworked that. But anyway, his name's Matt Doran, and he previously professed to be a massive Adele fan. He's on Weekend Sunrise. Have a listen to this.
Been asking in droves, how old is Adele? It's only right we should ask Australia's biggest Adele fan, Matt Doran.
I am a monstrous fan,
Yes.
Kylie. And
Such a monstrous fan. Such a monstrous fan, Duran, that he gets flown over to London for this half-hour sit-down with Adele.
Yeah.
So Channel 7 get the broadcast rights for this one night only Oprah Winfrey thing with Adele. That he didn't listen to the record. Now, look, as two guys who have been doing media for 10 years, happens to the best of us.
Well, yeah, and I really... look, I can defend him in maybe not doing the appropriate, research, because I have been sent to a junket in New Zealand before to go and see the world premiere of The Hobbit. I fell asleep in the film.
In Peter Jackson's ranch.
So 5 minutes in, this is the first...
just get it. I know we keep bringing this up.
Yeah.
But you were in his house.
With world media.
And then you fell asleep.
Yeah, 5 minutes in.
In his house watching his film, which he'd only just released.
It's his fault.
Is there any...
Very comfortable cinema. And it was a beautiful temperature, perfect temperature in there, out like a light. I was a little bit jet lagged as well. I imagine Matt Doran was, very tired on his flight over to the UK, so he may have fallen asleep. But here's the thing. I then, 24 hours later, am sitting in a junket with Peter Jackson. Yeah. Now, I know I haven't seen a second of the movie. Well, I've seen the opening credits, about 5 minutes. But the last
I just can't believe you.
The last thing I'm going to say to Peter Jackson is, hey, just so you know, Jacko, I also fell asleep in the film and I didn't watch a second of it.
Why would you do that?
That's what blows my mind about Matt Duran.
Yeah, so this is the cherry on the cake. He sits down with Adele and says to her, she says, what did you think of my album? He replies, I haven't actually listened to it. So Sony, who's her record rep, absolutely spit chips. They're like, no way, can't use that. We don't even see the interview.
Yeah.
Doran's gone into hiding, or he's started playing 80s punk rock again. We don't know. But at the end of the day...
You are really going for that Duran reference, even though it's not how you pronounce his name. And it's just one Doran. But, it's good. Keep going for it. But go on, what was your point?
It's the fourth time I've said that joke. They were good.
On 4 times.
They were good.
On deaf ears, you've gone for a Duran joke about a man called Matt Doran.
All right, let's get down to brass tacks here.
And our EP is wrapping us up.
All right, what we're going to do, Woods, because you and I are consummate professionals.
Well, I did a whole junket. I spoke to all the stars of The Hobbit. I spoke to the director. I hadn't seen the film.
You spoke to Elijah Wood. You spoke to Cate Blanchett. You spoke to Hugo Weaving. Yes. You would only watch the credits of the film and you managed to skate through.
You get through.
It's not a hard thing to do. And here's what we're going to prove right now.
Sure.
I've got a mystery guest who's going to join us up next.
Wait, I thought we were in on this together. This isn't just me.
I've got a mystery guest who's going to join us up next.
So you know who it is.
Yep. And you're going to interview them without knowing anything about them.
We are a team.
Yes.
We are a team.
And everyone knows that I stitch you up as part of this team. That's going to happen up next on Will and Woody.
Okay, fine. No, I'll show you. So I don't know who they are. This conversation will run beautifully.
Let's talk a little bit about what happened with Matt Doran or Matt Duran or Matt Duran, depending on whether you're an 80s rock fan or you know who this guy is. He had an interview with Adele.
This wasn't just any interview. As we said before the song, this is a $1 million exclusive interview for Channel 7.
Yeah.
They paid $1 million to have the exclusive sit-down, I think a half an hour sit-down. Matt Duran basically said to Adele at the end of the interview, or near the end, I haven't actually listened to the album.
Yeah.
She got offended by that.
Yeah.
The whole interview got pulled.
Yeah.
He's now been stepped down by Channel 7.
Yeah. Now, this is your contention. You seem to think that a professional in the media, whether or not they've seen the thing or heard the thing, should be able to do an interview with somebody regardless.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to put that to the test right now. I have a mystery guest on the phone. Okay. They've just released some new stuff, or they're just about to release some new stuff.
Yep.
You have to do an interview with this person without knowing who they are or what they've done.
Oh, no, hang on. I need to know who they are. You can't... I need to...
Welcome the guest. When you're ready.
Hello?
Hello there.
Hi. Wow. I mean, just a huge congratulations on everything right now. You must be incredibly proud.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. As you know, like I haven't actually gotten around to, releasing the music yet, but I am really excited to get it out there soon.
Yeah, and how about just personal plans for you in the next year as well?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait, obviously, for Christmas. I'm so excited for Christmas and all that's happening around, Christmas.
Absolutely. And, do you have a Christmas list do you have a wish list for presents that you want for Christmas?
I mean, always, I've always got
Yeah.
my eye on some things. Probably just to go home would be my biggest wish.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's where I met you. I met you guys.
Yes. Oh, yes, of course. I absolutely remember that.
You?
Yes. And how far have we come? Bloody hell.
Do you have any idea who this is?
Is it Sammy Jade?
It's Sammy Jade! It's Sammy Jade!
I was like 75% sure it was you, Sammy.
That was good. That was great. I was like, does he know what I'm saying?
No, I didn't.
No one had any idea what you guys were saying. It was the worst chat of all time. Now, Sammy, while I've got you, it is a pleasure to have you on here.
Yeah.
You were absolutely genius there, as always, stitching our friends Woods up. But obviously, as a musician, somebody who has chats all the time with people, how often does that happen with you?
Oh my gosh, so often. I was doing an interview once and I could tell that the guy had absolutely no idea what I even did. I think maybe he thought I was like in the Wiggles. I don't even know. And that's when I was a little bit like, maybe no, I'm a singer. Like that's kind of bare minimum stuff.
Yes.
Don't know what I sing, but no, I sing.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
that's totally fair enough.
Wait.
That's totally fair enough. What the hell? Where was this? Was it at a radio station?
No, it was at. Do you know what makes it even worse?
Yeah.
It was at when you do those mall performances, those shopping centre performances, and I think the guy was like, didn't make it for the performance and probably thought, is she the girl that made the food? Or like,
Oh, my God. That is...
Oh, it was funny.
Sammy, thank you so much for joining us. Have you got some new music coming out as well, mate?
I do. Yeah, I've been writing heaps, and I'm going to put it out next year. I think this year because of COVID and how crazy it got. I just always want to make sure that when I release music, I can actually see people up close and chat to them about it. So I'm going to wait till next year when we can do that again.
Okay, beautiful. Well,
Great
hopefully,
call.
we're looking forward to having you in here, and hopefully we won't confuse you for the sandwich chef at lunchtime.
Thanks, my friend.
See you, Sammy.
See you, Sammy.
Hear more of the boys on the Full Show podcast. You know you want to.